Hello guys, good evening. So still it's November 12, 2024. Time check is 6:39 p.m. So ay di-discuss natin ngayon as what I have discussed in my preparatory statement when I introduced my new channel, the Champions Political and Socio-Economic Blog, the Champs Socio-Polynamic Blog. So as what I have discussed in there, in my preparatory video, that part of this channel, part of the video that I'll be creating for this channel, or the content of this channel, is about the space and space development and competition. So this is the first time that I will make a video regarding space and space development. Okay? So, ang pinapanood ko ngayon sa YouTube video ay ang tungkol sa pagla-launch ni Elon Musk using his Falcon 9 ng additional 24 satellites. So, bago ko i-discuss kung ano ba para sa atin mga Pilipino pagdating dito sa space development, ay panoorin muna natin yung pagla-launch ng satellite.
The other side of liftoff.
So, in-skip ko na guys yung earlier part ng video kasi sobrang mahaba. Itong
Good
actual
call
launch
there.
na
We're
lang.
just waiting. In about 10 seconds, we should hear the SpaceX launch director give their go-ahead for a liftoff.
Starlink 6-69, go for launch.
And with that go-ahead, we are getting ready now. 30 seconds remaining before the planned liftoff of this Falcon 9 rocket. "20 seconds. 15 seconds. And here we go. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine ignition and liftoff of the Falcon 9 rocket on Starlink 6-69. The Falcon 9 has cleared the tower. And far fewer clouds this afternoon. A great liftoff of the Falcon 9. Some great tracking views from our team. Falcon 9 now traveling faster than the speed of sound. Approaching max Q, the point of greatest aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle.
Max Q.
Really good call out. Here's what we're looking for over the next minute or so. We'll see first stage main engine cutoff for MECO at about T plus 2 minutes and 26 seconds. That'll be followed a few seconds later by stage separation. The Merlin vacuum engine will start at 2:36, and then the payload fairings will be deployed just before the 3-minute mark.
Vacuum started.
That call you just heard there, thermally conditioning the Merlin vacuum engine prior to its ignition. or no, just about 10 seconds away from MECO. MECO? Stage separation. And SES1.
Stage separation confirmed. FVAC ignition.
Good calls from SpaceX. You're seeing those events on the onboard cameras coming up on payload fairing deployment. There you see the fairings separate. Starlink satellites now exposed to the vacuum of space for the first time on this
Fairing
mission.
separation confirmed.
There's that view from the onboard cameras. Some great views from our tracking cameras this afternoon. Now coming up on the 4th minute into flight, we're a little more than 2 minutes away from the start of the first stage entry burn beginning. Depending on if there's a little bit of cloud cover in between here and there, we may be able to continue tracking this booster, which is what you see here on the center of your screen of the big box,
So guys,
all the way
pause
through
natin
the
to.
start of the entry burn.
Mag-discuss tayo. So, last, I think that was 2014, nung nag-launch ang Pilipinas nung isang satellite na pinagmamayabang nung panahon nung administrasyon ni President Noynoy Aquino. Sumalangit nawa ang kanyang kaluluwa, no? Pero during his presidency, during nung time ng kanyang administrasyon, ay nagpartner yung Philippines sa Japan para i-launch yung isang satellite. So talagang controversial yon. Talagang pinag-uusapan sa lahat ng news network, sa social media. So doon sa mga post ng news network, sa post nila sa Facebook, ay nag-comment ako doon sa isang balita, sa isang news network. Nag-comment ako kasi pinapanood ko yung nasa TV nung nila-launch yung satellite. So nag-comment ako, sabi ko, kailan ba tayo? Kailan ba tayo magla-launch ng ating satellite? Kailan ba tayo magkaroon ng ating space program na hindi tayo aasa sa pagla-launch ng ating satellite sa ibang bansa, lalo na sa US. Abay, during the time nung kinument ko yon sa social media, doon sa isang news item, sa post ng isang news network, ay kinuyog talaga ako ng pangbabash. Talagang crab mentality raw ako. Parang sarili daw na bansa, hinihila ko pababa. Yung bang mag-comment ka at mangarap ka na magkaroon ng sariling space program, yung sarili mong bansa, para hindi na tayo aasa sa pagla-launch ng ating mga commercial satellites, military satellites, hindi tayo aasa sa ibang bansa. Yan ba'y crab mentality? Doon ko nakikita yung tinatawag na kung mahina-hina ka sa social media, kung mahina-hina ka sa blogs at binabash ka, ay talaga magkasakit ka. Pero hindi ako natinag. Kasi ang sinasabi ko, kailan tayo magkaroon ng sarili nating space program? Kagaya niyan, nagla-launch ng satellite, nakaasa pa sa US. So pinapanood ko ang nasa TV, sabi ko, Hindi man lang na-mention na yung nila-launch na satellite ay nung nila-launch yung spacecraft para magdala ng satellite, para mag-launch ng satellite sa outer space, hindi man lang na-mention yung Pilipinas. Buong coverage nung nasa TV doon sa pagla-launch ay pinanood ko. Hindi talaga na-mention na satellite natin yung nila-launch nung spacecraft na ginamit. Kagaya nitong Falcon 9. During the time, hindi pa masyadong ganun ka inikilala si Elon Musk pagdating sa space program. Ngayon, i-discuss natin, yun na nga, di ba? Nabash ako, ganun, ang daming kumuyog sa akin. Kinuyog talaga ako, kumain na lang loob ko siguro. Nagkaroon siguro ako ng tinatawag na depression. So, kung titingnan natin yung ibang site tungkol dyan, may babasahin ako tungkol sa space program. Kasi after na na-approve ni President Duterte during that time na siya pa ang presidente, panahon ng kanyang administration, ay inapprove niya yung pinasa nga, yung pinromulgate ng Congress na para umpisa ng space program natin. O that law will create the space agency na mayroon tayo ngayon. So, ang tanong, ano nang nangyari doon sa space agency natin? Nasusuportahan ba yon dahil iba na ang presidente? Dahil kahit na ang nag-sponsor niyan ay during that time, Senator Tito Soto at saka si Bam Aquino, which is opposition ng time ni President Duterte, si Bam Aquino, pero hindi niya inisip yon. In-approve niya yung batas kasi kailangan na natin. So, yun ay before comment ako. Yung batas na yan ay after na nung nagkaroon nga nung ganong klaseng pag-uusap sa social media because of that launching of the satellite in the outer space na hindi naman nabanggit yung pangalan natin. Hindi naman nabanggit na Filipino satellite yung nilaunch. Okay? So, after that launching of the satellite, Filipino satellite, ay nagkaroon na itong pag-sponsor ni Senator Tito Soto at saka ni Senator Bam Aquino nitong batas. So, basahin natin itong batas na to, guys. So, ito yung legacy.senate.gov.ph. So, press release ito noong 2019. Okay? So, na-introduce itong Senate May 20, 2019. So, panahon na ni President Duterte ito. Kasi in-approve niya ito, ang batas na ito. So, Senate OK's bill on final reading to strengthen space program. So, the Philippine Space Program is expected to drastically improve over the next few years with the approval of a Senate measure on third and final reading seeking to establish the Philippine Space Agency or PhilSA. So, Senate Bill number 1983, otherwise known as an Act establishing the Philippine Space Development and Utilization Policy and creating the Philippine Space Agency, was introduced by the Senate President Vicente Soto III, Senators Benigno Bam Aquino IV and Loren Legarda and Sonny Angara. So ito, except Senate President Vicente Soto III, Senators Bam Aquino, Senators Loren Legarda, and Sonny Angara are also among the senators that introduced this bill. So, Aquino, who sponsored the bill, so sponsorship talaga ni Senator Bam Aquino ito. So, in spite of that, inapprove ni President Duterte. So, hindi niya iniisip yung whether opposition o pro-administration. So, ito inapprove ni President Duterte during his administration. So, Aquino, who sponsored the bill, said the launching of a space program in the Philippines would give Filipinos a new perspective and valuable insight that could help solve some of the country's biggest problem. Okay? Satellites can improve disaster management from providing accurate information that allow early warnings and predicting of disasters to reliable and quick communication during relief and recovery operations, Aquino said in his sponsorship speech. So, space technology, he also pointed out, could also enhance production and profitability of agribusiness due to soil and weather monitoring and assessment. It could help conserve and preserve the environment, improve urban planning, transportation, and communication networks. The Philippines has been involved in space technology since 1960 pa, when the government built a satellite receiving station during the Marcos era. In the 1970s, the country also ventured in its first rocket development program. So parang ito na yon, hindi nabanggit dito, para hindi na mention dito sa bill na to. Pero sa tingin ko, ito yung first rocket program na pinangalanganan pa nga yung rocket na bongbong rocket. Okay? So hindi mo na makita itong article ngayon. Itong bongbong rocket na to, yung alos hindi ko na makita ngayon. Kasi sinesearch ko, hindi ko na makita yon. Yung rocket program na yon. So, in 1996, a Filipino private firm, Mabuhay Satellite Corporation, acquired the country's first in-orbit satellite, Agila-1, which was formerly owned by an Indonesian company. In 1997, the company had its own telecommunication satellites, Agila-2, which was launched to space from China. See? It was launched from to space from China. Agila-2 was developed by a US company but was launched from China. Okay? So, dependent sa US at saka sa China. Insufficient funding and lack of centralized agency to manage the space program has hindered the development of space technology in the country. Currently, several agencies under the Department of Science and Technology maintain the country's space program. Other government departments also implement various space-related activities for agriculture, environment, communications, transportation, and security. So, sa security, dito na yung papasok din yung ating security against external threats. So, dito na yung papasok yung military satellites. In 2014, the Philippine government partnered with universities in Japan. Ito na yon, yung sinasabi ko. Na nung nilaunch itong satellite na ito, itong Diwata 1, ay kinuyog talaga ako. Hindi ko na maalaala, pero kinuyog talaga ako ng puna. Kinuyog ako ng talagang pinagtulungan ako. Itong mga trolls ng liberals. Okay? So, I don't want to grab credit to it. Pero hindi ko alam. Hindi natin alam. Malay natin. Dahil doon sa sinasabi ko, kailan ba talaga tayo magkaroon ng sarili nating space program. Nakinuyog ako ng mga trolls ng liberals, nakuha ng atensyon. Hindi ko kine-claim ang credit. Pero, posible. Na kaya, itong 2014, ay after itong 2014 na pag-launch ng Diwata 1, ay nagkaroon ng bill na ganito. Okay? So, yan ang pakinabang minsan ng social media. Kaya hindi lahat yan fake news. Pag ikaw nag-air ka ng voices mo, hindi ka man nakilala doon sa credits, eh, nakatulong ka doon sa discussion. So, of course, hindi lang naman ako ang nag-pinpoint niyan doon, siyempre. So, most probably, itong mga trolls nag-report doon sa mga amo nila para sabihin nga na ito nga, di ba? Bakit wala tayong space program sarili? Bakit wala tayong space agency? Okay? For purposes of space and cyberspace development. Okay? So, if enacted into law, the Philippine Space Development, sana ako, Diwata 1, di pa pala dyan. The government was able to develop and send 2 more satellites, Diwata 2, microsatellites, and Maya 1, cube satellite in 2018. Okay? So, panahon na ni President Duterte yon. Yung dalawa pang satellite. Okay? So, insufficient funding and lack of centralized agency to manage the space program has hindered the development of space technology in the country. Currently, several agencies under the Department of Science and Technology maintain the country's space program. Other government departments also implement various space-related activities for agriculture, environment, communications, transportation, and security. So ito na yan. If enacted into law, the Philippine Space Development and Utilization Policy stated in SBN 1983 would serve as Philippine strategic roadmap for space development. Aquino hopes the proposed legislation would propel the Philippines to be space capable in the next decade. So that was 2018. So this is 2024, 6 years na ang nakalipas. Okay? 6 years na. Under the bill, initial funding for the space program in the amount of 1 billion will be taken from the current fiscal year's appropriation of the Office of the President. So, kukuhanin doon sa appropriation ng fiscal year's appropriation ng Office of the President. Okay? 1 billion. So, doon binawas sa budget ng Presidente. Okay? Ng Office of the President. The amount for the subsequent operation and maintenance of the PhilSA will be included in the General Appropriations Act. So, years after, kasama na talaga to sa General Appropriations Act. Additional funding amounting to 10 billion will come from the gross income of the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, PAGCOR, and the Basis Conversion and Development Authority, BCDA, for 5 years after the effectivity of the Act, with 2 billion to be released to PhilSA yearly. So, kasama PAGCOR dito. Kaya nagiging dumami itong ating mga gaming industry, corporation. Diba? Kasi even the space program pala doon kukuhanin ng budget. Kaya tama din naman to si President Duterte nung sinabi niya na na-approve niya yung mga ibang Pogo site kasi kailangan ng panahon na yon. Okay? But I'm not justifying that. I'm against gambling. Okay? Pero, ito nga, galing sa PAGCOR. Di ba? Will come from the gross income, 10 billion will come from the gross income of the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation. PAGCOR. Okay lang to, Basis Conversion Development Authority, okay lang yan, kukuhanin mo ng pera. Okay? Pero yung galing sa sugal, wala, talagang kailangan ng pera. Kaya doon kinuha. PhilSA may also derive income on its specialized products, services, and royalties as well as accept funding from loans, contributions, grants, bequests, gifts, donations, provided that such grants, bequests, contributions, and donations from foreign governments will be approved by the President upon the recommendation of the PhilSA Director General. Okay? According to the bill, the PhilSA office and its research facilities will be housed in at least 30 hectares of land under the administration of the BCDA within the Clark Special Economic Zone in Pampanga and Tarlac. Okay? Additional areas for research and land sites will also be developed in the future. A solid space program can improve disaster management, enhance the lives of Filipino farmers, speed up our internet and telecommunication systems, and help us build better, more livable cities, Aquino said. So, maganda to. Magandang mga argumento din naman to. Okay? Siyempre, pagkatapos nung ang daming bangayan sa social media, isa na ako sa nakipagbangayan doon. Okay? So, let us continue to dream big for our country and let us never tire of finding better solutions for our country, he added. So, ito yung tinatawag na ka-issue ng ating space agency. Ngayon, ang tanong, minimize na natin. Tabi na muna natin. Ang tanong, anong ginagawa ng current administration? Sinuportahan ba itong bill na to? Although ang sponsorship nito ay Aquino at Marcos ang nakaupo ngayon, ito'y para sa ikabubuti ng buhay ng mga Pilipino. Kasi sadyan sa willing-willy na magkaroon ng banatan sa politika, magkaroon ng gipitan sa politika dahil ang iniisip ay yung midterm elections at saka yung next presidential election. Okay? So, kung sino yung mga contender ay talagang inuupakan. Hindi yung iniisip yung i-enhance yung economic aspect ng ating bansa, hindi i-enhance yung ating communications, hindi i-enhance yung education, hindi i-enhance itong ating agriculture using technology, hindi i-enhance itong ating disaster management using technology. So, hindi para i-enhance yung negosyo, kung hindi sige, banatan sa politika. Okay? So, ganyan karumi. Kasi, ang gusto, kumapit tuko sa kapangyarihan. Ganyan kagahaman. Diba? You know what? It's not only the Catholic Church who teaches that human suffering, the cause of human suffering is the greed. Pagkasakim, pagkagahaman. So, hindi lang Catholic Church ang nagtuturo niyan. Even the other religions, just like Buddhism, si Gautama Buddha, isa sa mga teaching niya, ang kahirapan, ang cause ng kahirapan ay kasakiman. Greediness. Diba? Greed for wealth, kayamanan, kaya gahaman Kaya naghihirap yung ibang tao kasi ang politiko gusto humakot. Gusto nang humakot. So, greed for power, ganun din. Politiko rin ang number one dyan. So, hindi lang government, top executives of government agencies and government controlled top executives of government owned and controlled corporations, hindi lang 'yon ang mga gahaman. Okay? Politiko, 'di ba? Yung kagahaman sa pera, sa kayamanan, kagahaman sa kapangyarihan. Number one talaga, politiko diyan. Ang yayaman na 'di ba? So, and greed for fame. Yung sobrang kagahaman sa attention, sa recognition, di ba? Talagang hindi lang Catholic Church ang nagtuturo niyan. Even other religions, even Gautama Buddha. Isa yan sa teaching niya. The greed. Yun ang cause ng human suffering. So, siyempre, speaking of greed, kasalanan yan. Kaya nga, hindi lang din greed. So, it's sinfulness that makes human beings suffer. Okay? So, balik doon sa ating space program, anong ginagawa ng current administration? Ito ba'y tuloy-tuloy na sinusuportahan? Tuloy-tuloy bang dinidevelop yung ating space program? Wala na akong balita. Parang wala na rin akong although hindi naman na ako talaga kasi nanonood ng TV dahil minsan puro mind conditioning na lang din. At saka manipulation. Kung ano na lang yung gusto nilang iisipin ng tao, yun na lang din ang paulit-ulit. Okay? So, wala na rin talaga akong nababasa or nakikita sa YouTube. Although, magsisearch pa ako ng marami. Baka mayroon hindi ko lang nakita o hindi ko lang napanood. Ano na bang nangyayari sa space program natin? Diba? Tuloy-tuloy pa ba ito? Ano nang estado? Ano na bang na-accomplish? In the next 5 to 10 years, makakapag-launch na ba tayo ng sarili nating spacecraft para magdala ng satellite sa outer space? Para mag-launch ng satellite sa outer space? Magkaroon na ba tayo ng rocket programs? Magkaroon na ba tayo ng tinatawag na space and cyberspace programs na talagang mapoproteksyonan din natin yung ating bansa against external threats, lalo na sa cyberspace threats, hacking ng military forces ng ibang bansa against our vital infrastructures and government agencies website and military sites. Okay? So, ano nang nangyari? May nangyari ba? Yan ay sasagutin natin sa susunod na mga araw. Kung mayroon nga bang development, kung may progress nga ba dito sa ating space agency na ang batas ay ipinasa ng Kongreso, ng Senado, nung panahon ni former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Wala na. Nakatulog na rin. At hindi na rin priority. So, hindi natin alam. Masasagot yan sa susunod na mga discussions natin.